Hello. All right. So, what is Nexus Organizer? It is a tool to store information. It is designed and oriented towards research. However, it is entirely customizable to be used with whatever project you would like. So, what makes this app so special? Well, I kind of like to break it down into two main categories: retainability and flexibility. So, retainability. Nexus Organizer allows you to efficiently input information and be able to at any time quickly retrieve that information. And flexibility. Nexus Organizer is extremely customizable in how you organize your files and then in what actually make up your files. So let me show you this. In the sidebar, this is our personal file explorer. This is where you're gonna basically find everything that you're gonna be inputting into here. Let's go ahead and create a new project, which are also called repositories. We'll call this just example repo 1, and we'll create a second one, example repo 2. All right, so we have two projects here. And let's go ahead and create a folder, why not? In example repo 1, we'll say FTL1, and we'll make a second one, 2, and we can also put folders within folders. You can do this however many times you want. There is no limit to that. So, but that's really just organization. These things aren't really going to contain any information. In folders, there are, let's see, we can go to edit folder. And within here, there's a folder field where we can input, a little bit of text here, but really the main content of this application is going to come from files. So let's go ahead and create a new file in folder 3. This is what a new file is going to look like by default. We'll go into how this is customized a little bit later, but basically within each file, you're going to have a tags field, which is later searchable. You can add tags like so, tag 1, and we'll add another, tag 2, and how this works is we'll show you the search functionality later, but you'll be able to search any of these within the search. Title, same thing, it's searchable later on, and it's going to be representing your file in the sidebar. So let's go ahead and give it a example title for file. And then the rest of these fields are entirely customizable, and let me show you what I mean by that. So for now, we'll just save this. As you see, our example title or file will be representing our file here, and you can just click on here at any time to bring this up. So how do we customize these the rest of the fields? As you saw when we were creating a file, a bunch of fields popped up here. And so how we do that is, well, within settings, we have a couple things here. Right now, we're just going to focus on file fields. So by default, when you create a new user, you will have 6 default file fields that are going to be available in every repo you create throughout the whole application. I'll get more into that later. I'm sorry if that's confusing. And basically what this is going to be is, as you see, we have link, DOI, citations, quotes, conclusions, notes. If we create a new file, those are going to be the fields that are automatically here. So as you see, link, DOI, citations, quotes, conclusions, those were all specified in here. But it's not just in settings that we can customize this. It's actually repository specific, or remember that's what a project is called. So within repositories, which are basically just folders, but they have an additional level of customizability, and so they're better represented as a project, and it's just going to be all the base folders that you see over here. So let's go ahead and customize our example repository 1. So we can go over here to edit repo, and as you see here, we have our default file fields, and we can customize these. So if say we only want citations, quotes, and conclusions, we can go there, click save, and then we create a new file, and oh, look at that, we only have 3 fields here now. Obviously, we still have the title and tags field, but these are dynamically generated based on your preference for, that are specified within the, did I miss it there? Oh, it's just lagging, okay. That are specified within these settings here, and as you see, if we go to example repo 2, sorry, I don't know why it's so slow. I guess my Wi-Fi is pretty slow right now. But we see we still have all the 6 fields here. Let's say we only want a link here. Save that, and then create a new file here. See, we're only gonna have a link field here. So anyways, that's entirely customizable, and the options that you get here, that's what the settings are going to change. So we can go over settings again, all fields, and we can delete and add whatever we want here. So let's say we don't want a link, okay? We don't want that, we don't want a DOI, we don't want a conclusions, but then let's say we want any field. I don't know, Legos, for example, just something entirely random. But now we'll see that as an option in repository. So let's go ahead and edit repository 2, and you see Legos field here. So we can just click Legos and notes, okay? And that's the kind of field we want here. Kind of file we want here. And so when we create a new file, it'll have notes and Legos here. And nothing else. And so you can see how this is entirely customizable to fit whatever you would like it to fit to. And don't worry, you can always add more fields here. So same place you want to save, you just add fields, and then you can add more. So if we want, another notes field or something like that. Oh, that's actually a bug, actually. You should not be able to have duplicates there. But just ignore that. You can add, citations there, and that'll work normally. So I'll have to fix that later. As I said, everything in this project is a work in progress. Most things are very stable, but there will be a lot of changes and whatnot. Also, I forgot to mention, if at any point you are confused about anything, you can always go to Home by clicking this button and view the wiki. And this is the documentation for a lot of the features. You see, it's still it's still a work in progress. We don't have a lot of pages, but it covers a lot of the base functionalities of this application. So that's about it. What I wanted to show you with actually creating files, and actually let me show you one more thing. Within fields, you have a bunch of different customizability options for plain text. So we just have our plain text here. We can go ahead and bold that, or underline that, or you make this huge. You can do a bunch of things. You can also color text and whatnot. So you can experiment around with that, and it saves as normal. But now that's enough for actually creating files and inputting information. Let me show you how powerful the search functionality is. So all your search will be up here. And when you click on this, by default, it will just, these autocomplete options here will show every possibility you can search for. So, if you're working with a lot of files, that's going to be a very long list. It might take a little long to load, but you don't necessarily have to just go here. It's much easier if you type what you're looking for. So for example, within this example file here, we can search for any tag and any title and any word or character in any of these things. So if we want to search for tag 2, we can also just search for G space 2. So let's know that. So tag 2, and it's going to show up here. We can also go G space 2, and that's also going to come up here because that's inside of the thing we're searching for. It's a very powerful search, and you can add however many tags you would like to double down on your ability to retrieve information if the title doesn't do it justice. And the search functionality is much more complicated. You can search by titles, which are represented by this green. You can search by folder names, and you can also search by tags. If you just go here and press enter, it's just going to search for everything that matches the search, and your search results are going to appear here, and then you can click on it, view your file. But we're not going to go into that now. You can view the docs if you're confused on that. So last thing I want to show you guys is, so that's kind of the end of the basic demoing of the features in NexusOrganizer. There are other features in here. You can also go to general, and you can choose your text editor preference. You can read more about that in the docs. And obviously, there's only one customizability preference in general. There will be much more in the future. Again, work in process project. But just so you know, this isn't an incomplete application. All the base functionalities are here, and I use this every day for my own research. And so it is very, very fully functional. Anyways, I want to show you kind of how I use this application. So to restate, NexusOrganizer is a tool to store information and to powerfully retrieve that information. This makes it able to function very well with other applications and tools. One such tool that I constantly use in my research process is called PowerNotes. I'm not affiliated with them. I just think they're a really good product. They have a free and non-free plan, but the free plan works well enough for me. Anyways, PowerNotes allows me to capture data much more efficiently than the classic kind of copy-paste method. Normally you'd have to go into a website and, whatever... did we remove the quotes already? No, so quotes field, whatever quotes we would like, I'd copy paste them into here, and then I would have to get the link to copy paste the link, copy paste, whatever citation information I wanted. But PowerNotes, it automates all of that for you. So let me show you what my personal workflow looks like. Again, you don't have to use PowerNotes. Actually, that's this thing hovering right here. I didn't mean to have that enabled while I was recording this. But it's a very powerful add-on to NexusOrganizer, and I just wanted to show you what your workflow could look like. So let's just go ahead and create a new project. Let's say meditation. There we go. And in here is where we're going to use PowerNotes. And so the reason this works is because of this feature Excel upload. And you can click here and you can upload any Excel file. You have certain specifications here, but it'll convert an Excel file into NexusOrganizer files. And this becomes really powerful with external applications like Power Notes. So enough rambling, and let's go into it. So let's say we're researching meditation, and we go to, I know that this site actually has a bunch of ads, so let's just go to Wikipedia. I know that doesn't have any ads. Giant document, so typically what you would have to do is copy paste into here, as I already said. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use Power Notes. So sorry, it's already enabled now, but what you would normally do is, download this. I think it's available on Chrome and Firefox. And then you literally just come up here, enable it. And basically what this is going to allow you to do is, instead of that whole tedious process of going back and forth, you can literally just go here. Let's say we like this paragraph right here. We just highlight it. Doesn't seem like it. There we go. You just highlight it, and then you'll have this pop up. You add a topic. Let's say, or meditation test. There we go. And that's gonna pop up from now on because I added that topic, right? And so we click our topic. We can add an optional note here, and then we click save. And that's all we have to do. And that's automatically going to get saved. And so let's go down. Let's say we like, this sentence here, boom, done. Let's say we like, this quote here, add here. Let's add a note this time. This is an example note, ... Meditation is dope. All right, done. And we'll go down here, You get the point. And we'll go to one other source just so you can see what this looks like with a couple different sources. You gotta let it load. Why won't you let me highlight? There we go. Okay. Add that. All right, beautiful. So I think that's enough for now. You can always just come down here, see everything that you've commented on and quoted, and then you can always click on project outline, and this brings you to, close out of that. And this will bring up the whole project overview, and so you can have different topics in here, and this will give you an overview of everything. And you can make little edits. I believe you can move topics. You can't edit them, but I think you can add like project comments and whatnot. But basically, add whatever you want here, and then once you're done, you can click export and Excel. And remember, NexusOrganizer, we support Excel uploads, right? So any Excel file, you can upload here. And so what we do here, we go to export Excel, and any of these will work. I recommend you choose source report, just because source report includes some really powerful citation information that the others don't have. But you can go ahead and see what you like. So that'll be in my downloads folder. And what we can do, you can see this project is empty right now, but we can go to upload Excel, choose file, and let's see which one is the current one. 352. Yeah. Okay. So this one. Let's open that, and we just click upload, and it's that simple. The application will refresh, and we just go over here. And as you see, it created our two files. And the reason it created two files is because we visited two sources. And as you see, our quotes are consolidated by the source within one file. This changes depending on which export style you choose, and obviously if you have like a custom Excel, that'll change as well. But this is just an example of how I like to use it. So as you see here, we have our title, which the title will be the name of the website you visited. The entry will contain the quotes and notes that you took. So let's see, where's the note example here? Notes. It'll contain the issue and then citation information. The citation information will contain the title, the date accessed, the URL. Actually, Wikipedia doesn't give what's it called? Published, the publisher and published date, but other websites will right here. And yeah, I hope you can see how powerful that is, because you don't have to waste time copy pasting. You don't have to, waste time looking for the citation information and whatnot. You can literally just focus on research when you're researching. And then when you're done, you can upload it to this powerful storage application. And then you can have all of the powerful functionalities of NexusOrganizer to, look at all this and in an aesthetic way, have it very, very organized, organize it to your heart's content with, whatever folders you want, and then be able to search these things however you would like. And, you can add as many tags as you want, you can customize the titles, and that's really how I like to research. And I built this application designed to fit the perfect research workflow for me. And I think this is actually a really good workflow for a lot of people as well. So, I'm making this public, and I want to share with whoever wants to use this. But yeah, that concludes this demo. I hope this sparks some interest in you to further develop your research workflow. I believe that research is necessary for everyone to partake in. It allows you to base what you believe in something actually concrete, and perhaps more importantly, it might lead you to look at things a little differently and actually change what you believe based on something more solid. I hope you give NexusOrganizer a try. It has changed how I approach research, and the same could be for you. Yeah, and without further ado, have a great rest of your day and enjoy the application. Peace out.